Hey, what's up, guys? It's Bulletproof Radio here. This is our 7th episode titled Execution. How are you doing, Seabass?
I need a haircut.
Yeah, you're pretty ugly.
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. But you guys are probably wondering, execution, what do you mean by this? Do you mean like chopping off the head?
No, I don't think that's what it means. But execution basically just, it's the final step because this is where you take action.
Exactly. This is the final step.
It's the final countdown.
So today's episode is about execution, and what I've learned a lot from it is that even in life and business, execution is just everything. I've learned that from my parents. You know, they've started a national fitness brand from one gym to over 100 locations.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a crazy journey for them, and the most important thing that they told me was execution is everything in business and in life. Because
the execution step in this is where everything that has been accumulated thus far, for example, in our sense, your mindset, your drive, your creativeness, and your plan, execution is just when you just take all those and just take it by the throat and just do it.
You take action.
You take action, you do it. You know, it's as simple as that. You do it. Because at that point in the steps, you feel bulletproof. Like you feel like this plan is gonna work.
But don't get us wrong, you know, you will face adversity.
Always.
Yeah, like.
And what makes you the big person in this is how you face adversity, because you need to overcome it. You need to not let it take you by the throat, for example.
But yeah, adversity is, no one's immune to it. You know, it's inevitable. It's out of your control. But you know what's in your control? It's how you react to adversity.
That's huge.
It is. It is huge.
And that ties into mindset.
It does. It does tie into mindset. So, Seabass, how do you feel about execution?
Execution, man, is probably it's the easiest step, in my opinion. The easiest step. Mindset, it takes a while to get your mind right. Drive, it takes a while to find your drive and your passion. Creating a plan, I mean, that also takes a while because, you know, you have to make an entire plan to what you want to do. But when it comes to execution, it's just everything's done. You just got to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, for example, this podcast, it took us, 3-4 weeks to plan, to find the passion, to do everything. And we've filmed all the episodes in, a week? It's quick. It just happens.
Yeah, now that we got the ball rolling, it's just, you know, it's the easiest way to learn, just by trial and error. Because, you know, we've messed up.
A lot.
And we've learned from it. We've recovered from it.
Failure is the best teacher.
Yeah, it is. It is. But yeah, I want to touch on, you know, learning by trial and error, because, you know, a lot of fear and, like, self-doubt can come from that.
Yeah, it's the biggest of, it's human to feel like that. Like, you're going to feel fear.
Yeah.
But that's why you should watch the first episode of Mentality Behind Success, and you should fix your mindset.
No, but yeah, fear is derived from just the lack of experience and information, you know? Yeah, fear is derived just from the lack of experience and information. It's just, it's a big role in execution, and it's something you need to overcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to overcome, but this is a very simple episode, because everything you've done thus far, I'll say it again, it's going to make you do it.
Right.
It's that easy. Fear is going to come. Fear for us, for example, we'll give them our example. People aren't going to watch it. We don't know what's going to happen. That's fear.
It's the unknown.
It's the unknown. It's nothing that you can change, like you said earlier.
Right. It's just how you react.
It's how we react. We're confident. We know that we don't really care how many views we get, because we know that the people that do watch our stuff are learning. And we know that we're what's the word, man? What's that thing when they pass the baton? Relaying, right?
Yeah, I guess.
We're like relaying off information to the viewers. Yeah.
Yeah. And people are probably wondering, like, how do I stop fear from, like, taking over or something? And you'll find a lot of stuff over on the internet, or just anywhere. It's just sort of like a guide on, you know, it's like you, and then like what to do, but they never explain how to do it. There's always a what, but it's never how.
Yep.
And I kind of liked how we made our 4 steps, because that's kind of the how for us.
That's a very good analogy. I didn't think of that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm smarter than you. Anyways, so that's kind of our how, and that will help kill fear, because, you know, you're taking action. It's telling you how to do it so you could take action and gain the experience and information. But as you know, everything starts with an idea, and it's sort of like a map. Right here is your dreams and ideas, right? Let's say it's a cloud.
Okay.
The cloud next to it, it's execution. That's where the fear comes into play, you know? It's like, what if I don't succeed? What if
this doesn't work?
Exactly. But gaining that information and experience, that'll push you to the next cloud. And I like to call it reality. It's something you take action on, your execution, you know?
Yeah.
Let's say you want to join the football team. You need to take certain actions before you can actually do it, because you can't go in with no gear or something, you know. Buying the helmet, buying the pads, that's the execution part. And you could do that because you've already killed the self-doubt of, oh, what if I don't make the team? What if I blah, blah, blah.
You're confident about yourself.
Exactly.
I want to bring up a story really quick.
No.
Well, guys, a great story that I like is Lonzo Ball's story. He's a huge person in the city. We all know him. He went number 2. He went to the Lakers. He got traded to the Pelicans. I just gave a whole biography on Lonzo Ball in 30 seconds. And so I like his story because he went to our high school. He went to Chino Hills High School. And Lonzo, his father, drove them all to become the best basketball players they could be. But it wasn't only LeVar's dream, for example. It was Lonzo's dream, too. It was Jello's dream. It was Melo's dream. They all had that dream, and they practiced every day to get better at it. So by the time, for example, Lonzo was a freshman, he went, my old coach told me this story because he was coaching at the time. He said Lonzo came in while the team was still practicing, hours before tryouts, just to be there, just so that they would know that kid's here, that kid's going to do something. And I feel like just him getting there earlier not only showed the coach's discipline, but it showed confidence on his part.
And dedication.
It showed confidence. It said, yeah, I'm the first one here, and I'm going to make this team.
Right.
And Lonzo Ball, that's a known story already. I mean, he came in as a freshman, and he just killed everything.
Yeah,
he killed everyone. He was a monster. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that story.
Oh, yeah? Well, you like that story? Well, I'm going to give you another one. All right?
Okay.
No, okay. So this story, I think you've probably read it in Think and Grow Rich. It was about the guy that stopped 3 feet away from gold.
Oh, yeah.
Why am I bringing this up right now? If the guy failed? The guy did literally everything. The story's about a miner. He went into a mine, and he started mining and mining and mining. What was he looking for? He was looking for
gold.
Gold.
Yeah.
That was 3 feet away from gold. Yeah.
I think it was during the gold rush, right?
Yeah. He was looking for gold. And, I mean, he put all that work in to keep going, to keep going, to keep going, to keep going. And we'll call that the execution on his part. But the story is 3 feet away from gold. Why is it entitled that? Because that miner stopped literally 3 feet away from gold. That miner, he was executing, but he got tired because he was scared. He was like, what if I don't find anything?
Yeah,
what if I'm digging into nothing? So I feel like that's an amazing story because we should all use this miner as an example because he did everything to get to the gold. He just didn't execute enough, if that makes any sense. He didn't execute enough. He didn't have enough. He was overtaken by fear. He let adversity get to him.
Yeah, self-doubt.
He let self-doubt get to him. He was like, man, I've been mining for hours and I don't find gold. I'm out. I'm done. And on top of everything, that's just to show he didn't have the passion to find it. He didn't really want to find that gold. He was trying to find that gold probably to make a quick buck. But the main thing of the story here is that he stopped 3 feet away from gold. And that's because he didn't finish what he started.
Right. And I like in that story how I don't know who, but it was like some other guy came into his stake after he left, and he hired this what do you call it, like an examiner or something, and they calculated like, oh, there's gonna be gold like at this exact spot, and it just shows like once you leave, someone else will be happy to take your place.
You're easily replaceable.
You're
easily replaceable. It's hard to take, but you're easily replaceable.
And
no
that
matter
guy
where
struck
you
riches,
go.
Just because you didn't.
He found an opportunity and he took it. He didn't. He was like, maybe there is something here. I mean, the guy started it. Why wouldn't he finish it?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just huge. I feel like execution's the biggest. It's not the biggest step. It's the most important step.
You think?
Yeah. We say that mindset. We say this about every single step, but it's just because every step is important. It's huge. But execution, man, why wouldn't you execute?
Exactly.
Why wouldn't you want to do it?
To build all of it up.
Why would you, for example, why would you study 3-4 hours in your house, and then the next morning you're just like, I'm not confident. I'm not going to take the test. Mm-hmm. How do you know you're not going to pass that test? How do you know those 3 or 4 hours didn't help you pass that test?
Right.
But you just became full of just, I don't know. I'm gonna fail this test. Maybe I don't know enough. I'm gonna just wait till somebody can give me the answers. I'm gonna just wait for this. No. That's not the way to go about this. Mm-hmm. It all about everything we're teaching is how to become independent. You should not rely on anybody. You shouldn't rely on anybody for anything if you want to be successful. Like, again, back to the studying. How are you gonna study for 4 to 5? I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
I'd be so mad. I'd be angry if I studied for so freaking long about a part of history that I don't care about just to get an A on the test. Why wouldn't I go?
Right. Because you could do everything correct, and then once fear gets into play in your execution, it will be such a waste.
Yeah. And let's say you do go take the test after you study, and you get a C on it. Not the grade you wanted, but you got a C.
Yeah. Okay.
Next test I'll do better. Next test I'll study 6 hours.
Right. You learn from it.
You adapt to it.
Sure.
No, I'm kidding. But yeah, you just, like I said earlier, failure is the best teacher.
Right.
Failure is an amazing teacher. I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen with this podcast. We don't know if it's gonna be good. We don't know if it's gonna be bad. But we're so driven that we execute it, and we're doing something with this already. Mm-hmm. And like later, maybe it'll fall off. People won't watch it. Blah blah blah. But okay, what did we do wrong?
Yeah.
That's when you sit down and you analyze. What did I do wrong here, and how can I change it so that people can watch my stuff? Right. It's all about changing your mind. It's all about changing plan, changing everything. Everything you do, you're gonna have to change soon enough.
Mm-hmm. So I have a question for you, actually.
No.
All right. Anyway, it's how do you kill your fear in your execution?
That's a very good question.
Yeah, I know, that's why I said it.
Okay. I don't want to come off as having a big ego. I don't want to come off as being overconfident. But man, I don't care. How do I kill fear? Mm-hmm. I don't look at fear. I look at fear in the eyes and I say, fuck you. It's that easy. I swear to you. It's literally that easy. Like if what can we say? If what's that big wrestler's name? If The Undertaker came at me, you know what I'd say? I'm going to kick you in the nuts.
Wait, big wrestler? Brock Lesnar? Oh, no. Oh, wait. I'll think of MMA.
Bro, you ruined the story. Anyways. But it's that simple, bro. I mean, once you get your mindset right, nothing will stop you. Nothing has stopped me thus far. I've started reading. I've started formulating my plan, this podcast. Mm-hmm. I've done all these steps. They think that we're just making up these steps, but these are the steps we took to get here.
Exactly.
And when we get to the execute part, this was the easiest part, especially for me and you. This was the easiest part. Let's say that's a good question. I'll go back, for example, 8th grade, right?
Okay.
I was a fat little kid. I was a fat little kid, and I had to try out for the junior high basketball team, right?
Okay.
And there, I'll admit, I was scared. I was like, man, what's going to happen here, right? But I know that everything I've done thus far, because I used to practice basketball a lot. I used to be really big on basketball. I know that everything I did thus far was going to pay off. I know that everything I did beforehand, it wasn't going to, die in vain. Mm-hmm. Because once I got on that court, I was just kind of like, this is easy. I've been practicing this for a while. These kids are nothing, Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm not telling them to get a big ego, but get a big ego. Yeah. Something like that.
Get a bulletproof mindset.
Yeah.
Did you make the team?
Yeah, and we won the championship. We actually beat Townsend. in the championship.
No way,
Yeah, we won it. We beat them in the year. It was actually the year after Mellow Ball took Townsend. Mellow Ball and O. Wow, imagine those two on a middle school team.
Yeah.
That Townsend team beat our Canyon Hills team, and then we came back next year once they were gone, of course. And yeah, we beat them in the championship, and we beat them, I think, by like 2 or 4 points. It was a close game. It was funny. It was a fun game. And then I remember for that game, we won. My grandpa, God bless his soul, opens a water bottle, just starts spraying the Townsend guys. Just, yeah, we won. Yeah, Hispanics, man. Ecuadorians,
Imagine going to Canyon. Even
Oh God, man.
Well, that concludes our episode, guys. But before we end this off, I just want to talk about Black Lives Matter and all this controversial stuff going around the country.
Yeah, man, it's huge. It's
crazy.
It's bad. It's getting like 1992 Rodney King. I think it's worse.
You think so?
I think it's worse than Rodney King, and it's just it's not pleasant to see. It's not pleasant to live in it.
Right.
Like to think that we're like what 45 minutes away from Los Angeles. To think that they're like putting cars on fires. They're like,
oh, they've been doing it in Ontario and
no way.
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Wow. See, it's just scary to think because like, I feel like no one right now feels safe.
Yeah, but it's something that must be done, I guess you could say.
It's something that must
a
be
change.
done.
It's a change.
I
don't want to bring my political views in this, but
there needs to be a change.
Right.
Because right now, this is all happening because we're not being looked as equal. We're Latinos. Everyone in this room is a Latino. We're all Hispanics.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all because a African American got, murdered in cold blood for nothing. Mm-hmm. Police brutality is huge in this country right now.
It is.
And we don't really want to expand on it because, we don't want to get too political in here, but all I want to say is let your voice be heard.
Right.
Stand up for what you believe in. Especially us colored people, we need to stand up for this. We need to unite as one.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to make change happen. It's that simple. No matter what it takes.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, man.
I never thought you were so passionate about that.
Yeah, bro, they call me Martin Luther King Jr. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, that wraps up our episode, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, this Thursday we'll be having a very special guest.
We have the big O, the Onyeka Okongwu.
Yeah, very talented basketball star.
Huge. I love his interview. He's a very powerful young man. I never really looked at him the way he explained himself to us right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was a fun episode because I feel like a lot of people haven't seen this side of O.
Yeah, they haven't. It was a very fun episode. I enjoyed, filming that.
Every minute of it. It was fun.
Yeah, but please make sure to follow us on all social medias like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. You know a whole bunch.
Everything, man. Everything. Yeah, we want to thank you guys so much for watching this episode. We're getting closer and closer to the end. We hope you guys have really taken these steps and put them into your life.
Mm-hmm.
They're very interesting steps, and I feel like they can really help people out. If you really listen to us, you can benefit a lot. Next episode is our last episode, and it's been a fun journey. Yeah. This has been an amazing journey, and we thank all of you for watching this. Please subscribe to our channel, drop a like, and drop a comment on how we're doing. And, buddy, you have an amazing night.
You have an amazing night too, buddy.
All right, I'll see you.